Good morning. You know, I really could have like moved all the laundry and stuff, but that would defeat the whole purpose for this video. Now, while I get ready for a day of filming after like 2.5 days of being completely dead to the world, like literally I did not get out of bed, strep, ear infection, I don't even know, sinus infection. I was out cold for days. It is time to get myself together, get ready to film a couple videos and go from like this to this. Slightly more put together hot mess, but let's go chat. We all know motherhood is stressful. Wonderful, yes, and stressful. 99% of the time, we are always in a hurry, we're always behind, and we're always taking care of everyone else's mess. Do you see this mess? That's the mess my kids left behind this morning when they got on the bus to go to school at 7:15 this morning, and it's now 11 a.m. And after putting myself together just a touch, now I have to clean up their mess because that's part of the load of motherhood, right? Why are there just empty cereal boxes all over the place? So there's like this whole thing going around on Instagram about like the invisible load of motherhood, and I just want to say how much I think that is a complete crock of shit. I think it's a complete crock. Is there anything left in here? Meh. You see, I don't think the load of motherhood is invisible at all. I think it is so visible that every single mother out there is so incredibly stressed out about being a good mom that they're really just like draining themselves of every bit of energy that they have because they're so concerned about what clothes are their kids wearing? Are they gonna look good enough today? What sports are they in? What are their grades like? Are they doing enough extracurriculars? Like, how do other people perceive my kids and my family? Like, that's the reality. You bring your kid to sports practice and you talk to other parents and it's all one big cluster F of my kid does this, well my kid does that, blah 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 blah. This load of motherhood is a load of shit. This isn't to say that every single thing that you do with your kid is a bunch of crap. Once in a while you meet those really good people who kind of become like your village and your community, but there's always judgment. The judgment right there in motherhood is why moms are so stressed out and why the load of motherhood is so heavy. I know this is completely objective, but you don't really see dads being like, oh, the load of fatherhood. Fatherhood is so hard. Actually, I need to do my man voice for that. The load of fatherhood is so hard. You know why? Because men don't judge each other. Because men don't really care. Men don't have these like deep conversations about all the things that their kids are doing. They just don't. Like sometimes it's so much easier to just be a man. This isn't to throw shade on dads, more or less like I'm actually jealous. First of all, are you jealous of my hair? I'm kind of jealous of dads out there because they don't have like this huge load of fatherhood the way that moms have the load of motherhood. Not to say that they don't have stresses, because I'm sure their stresses they're there, okay, yeah, they're there probably, but they're probably not as intense as a woman's as a mother. On one hand, when you have a dad at the grocery store with their kids, and even if the kids are running around wild and crazy, everyone around is like, oh, what a good dad taking all the kids out by himself. But then when you see a woman, a mother, with their kids out and about, and maybe the kids are being a little bit misbehaved, then it's like,
oh, why can't she get her kids in line? Could she put herself together a little bit? Could she maybe put some clean clothes on her kids? Could maybe her kids be a little bit more well behaved?
Like, for real, I cannot tell you honestly how many times in a Facebook group I have seen parents posting about other kids' behaviors or what they see in public, and like seriously, just freaking stop. Judging other mothers is what is making us all stressed out, and it's unnecessary, and it is completely just not okay. Now, I didn't want to do this, but I think we need to do this. Let's make a list of all the things that a mom is responsible for. I know it's not every single situation is not the same, and I'm sure I'm gonna forget some, so put them in the comments down below. But seriously, moms are responsible for keeping their kid alive, keeping their kid clean, fed. Mom's the nurse. Mom's the taxi cab driver. Mom gets the kids to school on time. Not in every single case, I know, I'm just generalizing here. Mom does the cooking, mom is the maid of the house, mom does most of the discipline. Mom probably gears up her heads up bedtime. Mom's probably the one who's signing the kids up for sports. Mom's probably the one signing them up for extracurricular activities. Mom's probably the one making sure the kids are doing their homework. Mom's probably, like, where are they right now? I could even show you. Mom is probably the one doing sight words with the kids. Honestly, I don't think my husband even knows that these exist, and if I were to give them to him, I don't know if he would know which kid they belong to and who needs to practice their sight words. Maybe he could figure it out. I should give him a little bit more credit. But seriously, moms are responsible for so many things. And then you have all the emails from the schools. You have all the emails about volunteering and donating and doing this and doing that, and like, seriously, like, we get emails from the superintendent, we get emails from the school principal, we get emails from each kid's teachers, and then we get text messages and memos and all these things, and it all gets thrown on top of the load, which there's already 25 loads of laundry that you already saw in the beginning of this video, so I got lots of loads of motherhood. So with all of that being said, help me water my plants here. I love this little prayer plant. I would need to learn how to start, like, bottom watering, I think they call it. I don't know how to do it, but we'll figure it out one of these days. With all that being said, this is not a video about advice. I'm not giving you tips and tricks. I'm just giving you some solidarity. Is that the right word? Some reassurance that you're not alone. You're not the only mom who's overwhelmed. Even when we may look like we have it all together, we're all a hot mess in one capacity or another. Maybe one mom is really good at being on time, getting her kids to school, getting her kids groomed and looking all dapper, going to school every day. Maybe one mom is really good at that, but maybe her house is a mess. Maybe another mom is the opposite. Maybe she's really good at keeping her house clean. Maybe she's really good at putting herself together. Maybe she's good at keeping her pantry door shut. Maybe she's hiding or just, you know, not throwing out there. None of us are gonna throw our insecurities out, you know, in the world, but maybe she's not on time. Maybe she's stressed out about other things in life. Maybe, you know, like, everyone is fighting an internal battle that other people don't understand. The judgment towards other moms drives me insane, absolutely insane, and it really needs to stop. And I purposefully, 110% purposefully, do not sign my kids up for certain things because I know how dramatic it gets. I know how much drama between the parents and coaches or whoever, whatever. I know that that activity may cause extra drama in my kid's life, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. So I think moms need to band together to help each other with their loads of motherhood. You know, carpool, bring, you know, like, bring extra snacks to practice, bring extra drinks to practice. Like, whatever parents need to do, if you know that your kid is in the same class as another kid and you know they have a big project coming up, check in, see how they're doing with the project. I feel like there is such a lack of this village that everyone says that it takes a village to raise a kid or raise a family or whatever. And people make that joke and they're like, where's the village? Where do I hop on the train? Like, where is it? We need to make our own villages. That means everyone together needs to be supportive of each other. Everyone does. Check in on your friends, make new friends. If you see a mom who's sitting by herself and doesn't have anybody to talk to, make a friend. Literally the same things that are being taught to my kindergartner can apply to mothers in motherhood. If you want to have friends, you need to be a friend. And friendship is really, really, really important to me. And especially in this chapter of motherhood where I don't have a huge support system outside of my core family of 5. Making those connections is really important to me, and I just wanted to put this message out there today for other moms who might be struggling or feeling like they're drowning. I feel like a lot more moms are having this drowning those air quotes, drowning feeling than we really let on. I feel like the load of motherhood keeps getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and it's not invisible. It's not invisible at all. The load of motherhood is so heavy. And before I sign off for this video, I wanted to tell you guys the story about a couple weeks ago when my kids were late for school, and I had to bring them up to the front door, and the secretary asked me why they're late. And I said, they're late because I have 3 kids and I'm one person, and sometimes I just can't do everything. And she's like, okay, come on in, kids. And that brutal honesty just like, it just made me feel better about my life and my day. And I mean, that's all that I wanted to say about that. But that's all I have to say about the load of motherhood, and that you're not alone. You'll never be alone, and if you feel alone, reach out to me, because I strive to make a community of welcomeness, and that everyone is welcome in my community. And I don't judge moms for anything. I don't care how you feed your kid. I don't care how you birth your kid. All I care about is that you love your kid and you want the best for your kid. And I'm here to lift everybody up. And I hope that you're with me on that. And that's all I'm gonna say today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep blooming. Mwah.